Hello students, in the previous video you have already seen microsporogenesis and structure of pollen grain. In this video we are going to see the structure of carpel and the process of megasporogenesis. Now gynoecium is also called as carpel or pistil. That is, single unit of gynoecium is called as carpel or pistil. In a flower can have a single carpel, that is called as monocarpellary, or it can have many carpels called as polycarpellary. Carpels can be free or they can be fused or united. If there are many carpels and they are free, it is called as apocarpous condition. And if there are many carpels and they are fused and appearing single, then it is called as syncarpous condition, which is observed in hibiscus, while apocarpous condition is observed in Michelia. A carpel has three parts: a basal solan portion called as ovary, a elongated portion called as style, and the tip is called as stigma. So ovary, style and stigma. The function of ovary is to produce ovules. Ovules are also called as megaspores. There can be a single ovule or having single locule with single ovule. It is called as uniloculate or uniovulate, which is observed in plants like rice, wheat and mango. You can observe in mango fruit there is only one seed. Seed is nothing but it is the future of the ovule. So it can be uniovulate or it can be multi-ovulate as it is seen in this diagram. Multi-ovulate ovary has many ovules, which you can observe in fruit like bhindi, that is, and similarly in tomato also there are many ovules. So it is called as multi-ovulate. So the arrangement of the ovule on the placenta is called as placentation. There are 4 types of placentation which you have already seen in 11th standard. Now ovules in most of the angiosperm are anatropous. Anatropous means the ovule is bent to 180 degree. Basically each ovule has got 3 basic parts. The stalk of the ovule is called as funicle. Then the covering of the ovule is called integument, and the central portion is called as nucellus. So when the ovule is immature, you can see funicle, then nucellus and integuments. These 3 parts are visible. But when ovule matures, nucellus, one of the nucellus cell develops into the central part called as embryo sac. So a mature ovule will have embryo sac, 2 integuments and a nucellus. So in mature ovule these 3 parts are visible. Now what is anatropous ovule? Anatropous ovule is observed in 80% cases of angiosperms where this funicle, which is a stalk, is bent to 180 degree. Hence the ovule is inverted ovule. It is called as anatropous ovule. In some cases the funicle can be straight and the ovule body is seen at the tip of the funicle. It is called as straight ovule or orthotropous ovule. There are many more types. The ovule can be bent to 90 degree, it can be bent to 360 degree, etc. In this chapter we are going to see the structure of anatropous ovule. So an anatropous ovule has a stalk called as funicle. This stalk is attached to placenta. Placenta is the central portion to which the ovule is attached. So funicle joins the ovule with the placenta and absorbs nourishment from placenta and supply that nourishment to the ovule. Then there are 2 integuments or coverings which starts from the chalaza end. Chalaza is the base of the ovule. In this diagram, chalaza is seen at the tip. That means the ovule is inverted, hence the basal portion is seen upward while the tip is seen facing downward. So this is base of the ovule called as chalaza. through which two integuments originates, and they leave a aperture at the tip. That aperture is called as micropyle. Hence, in an ovule, there are two ends formed. One is chalazal end and other is micropylar end or tip of the ovule. So, two protective coverings are outer integument and inner integument. Hence, the ovule of angiosperm is called as bitegmic, having two integuments. The central portion is made up of nucellus, and within the nucellus there is an embryo sac. Embryo sac of angiosperm is having 7 cell and 8 nucleated structure. What are those 7 cells? 3 cells at the base, that is towards the chalazal end, is called as antipodals. 3 cells at the tip, that is near the micropyle, is called as egg apparatus. Now, egg apparatus is made up of an haploid egg surrounded by 2 synergids. 3 cells together are called as egg apparatus, while 2 cells in the center fuse together. So there is only formation of single cell, but 2 nuclei are separate. These 2 nuclei are called as polar nuclei, and the resultant cell formed here is called as secondary nucleus. Secondary nucleus. So it is diploid because here 2 nuclei are fused in a single cell. So hence the embryo sac of angiosperm is 7 cell and 8 nucleated structure. So this is the structure of a anatropous ovule. All ovules internally they look similar, only based on the degree of their inversion. They are classified as orthotropous, anatropous, amphitropous, semi-anatropous, and then cercinotropous and all. So let us see what we have seen in this topic is structure of anatropous ovule, which is found inside the ovary. So the next topic is megasporogenesis, how this embryo sac or female gametophyte is developed inside an ovule. That we will be seeing in next video. Thank you.